everybody. This is your weekly reading for May 27th through June the 2nd. Now, I do want to take a brief moment to say that I'm sorry I didn't get all of the videos out for May, the monthlies. I'm going to get started on June so I can have a fresh start and everything can go normally from there. That way they can actually get out at a normal time for everyone. Again, I do apologize about that. Okay, so we're just going to jump right in. So as you can see, during this week, we still are in retrograde with Jupiter, Saturn, Pluto, and the North Node. All these are about changes. Jupiter is about inner changes and expanding your inner growth or your personal growth. Saturn is about banishing bad habits, people, fears, flaws that you think you have in your life. Pluto cleans up your life, revisited things that you had left alone. This is also a time where you're probably organizing things or putting things into order in your life. The North Node is about your life direction, thinking about your life direction, where you're going. You may even have trouble making plans on your life direction where you thought, oh, I really want to go this route or do these things, but I need to make some adjustments. So we're going to start the week off with the sun being in Gemini the whole week. The sun is still in Gemini. And Gemini is a curious sign, okay? Gemini likes to look at all sides. I feel like in this case, I'm feeling like Gemini likes to try all the different options. You know what your options are, and you're willing to try all of the different ones that you're going through. And I feel like with this card coming out for that each side of a situation gives you a different aspect or a different point to look at within an issue or a problem. And all of these come together to help you build more sturdier foundations on what it is that you want to do. Okay. Tuesday, you have the full moon in Sagittarius and Mercury in Gemini. So let's start with the full moon in Sagittarius. Okay. This is about emotions. Emotions that may be coming to the surface. Habits that you have created out of independence or seeking adventure or trying different things or wanting new things. That is about to come to a close. And I feel as though you're going to be more direct about the things that you want and the things that are good for you. I feel like you're just in a moment of trying different things. Yeah. So I do feel like you're going to start speaking your mind about the things that are best for you and not keeping things to yourself, your emotions. Stepping away from bad decisions and making better decisions, even though it may seem like it's hard or it may take a lot of effort, a lot of emotion, a lot of pressure. You're gonna do it. I feel like this is the time where you're gonna put your foot down. Okay. So next we have Mercury in Gemini on that Tuesday as well. And this is you voicing your opinions. Look at that. Voicing your opinions to make a more stable future for yourself. Okay. It's like you're going to get knowledge communication is going to come to you to give you clarity on certain situations. And I feel like you're going to feel better about giving more. Things are going to feel more equal. You're going to feel like you're starting to step into something that is more promising. It's a feeling of feeling out, like feeling separated from a situation and now feeling like you're merging back together with it. Very interesting energy. And it has to do with others. I feel like both of you, if you're dealing with someone, both of you did your individual thing. And now you're going to start to come together. Okay? And see that you both offer something different to each other. And that is going to help you work together more strong moving into June. And June is about others and how others fit into your life. So we're going to move into your weekly readings. Thank you for listening. Bye-bye. Hello, air signs. This is your weekly reading for May 27th through June 2nd. And we're going to start with Gemini. So, Spirit, what do you have for Gemini for May 27th through June 2nd? What would you like them to know this week or pay attention to at this time? Seven of Swords in reverse. Temperance in reverse. Three of Cups. Seven of Cups. Strength in reverse. Six of Spears. On the bottom of the deck you have the Queen of Coins and the Knight of Coins. Right off the back you may be dealing with a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn here because of these two Pentacle cards and your overall energy. Okay, there may be problems in your home life. Things may not feel as secure as you want them to be. You may be doing a little bit too much in one area and not enough in another, causing imbalance in your stability or structure or baseline of living, you know, like safety, shelter, sustenance, things like that. But you're very conservative and smart about the things that you do. And you're still steady on your plan even though you hit a rough spot this week. You are the Seven of Swords in reverse. I do like that that is a Swords card. So you're in your element, which means that you're close to where you're supposed to be, or at least in a more comfortable spot. But it talks about being aware with that card. It means that there are things going on in your life that needs your attention. Okay, there is confusion here. You may have a lot on your plate, Gemini. Okay, so be aware that this imbalance that you see, even though you're steady on your path, could be something that needs to be brought to your attention because you have way too many things to do. Okay, the thing is, you like to know the path that you're going on. You don't really do a lot of faith, like I'm gonna have faith that this is gonna happen. That's not how you roll. Okay, so you may be doing too much. There's an imbalance. There's an imbalance of you not paying attention. There's an imbalance of you not doing what you're supposed to do because you have so many things going on. Okay, and this is a weakness of yours. There's a weakness of yours of getting help, of seeing things outside of your path when you're very focused on what it is. There's a need for you to have some fun. There's a need for you to break free because you're not meeting the people that you need to meet. You're not getting the recognition that you need. You also aren't getting that human connection that you need that can help you move forward. So it looks like you're actually working too much and not doing enough me time. Okay, that's exactly what it looks like, Gemini. Yeah, it's definitely time for you to come out of yourself. You're definitely withdrawn and staying to yourself, and that's not good for anyone, especially someone who thinks a lot, which is what you do. Okay, so there's a need to sacrifice, there's a need to let go, there's a need to move past, there's a need to try something different, go out, have some fun, go to a get-together, meet someone, go on a date, things like that, to change the monotony of it all so you can have more balance. Okay, there is a fear of failure by doing that, because you're stepping away from what it is that you have been doing, so there's a slight fear about it, but it's okay. It's all about temperance. It's all about doing things in, you know, equal amounts. So you have denial. I acknowledge my fear and I place it with the insight of awareness. Okay, and this is about you denying an aspect of your life, such as socializing. Don't deny that. Don't let that go. Also, if you're working so much that you don't pay attention to meaningful relationships, this is also not healthy for you. Okay, know that you do have a fear of failure. You do have a weakness for thinking that things are going to fall through the cracks, but you can't have total control over everything. Okay, and you need to become aware that you do need other people in your life, and you do need a sense of balance. Okay. Okay, next we have Libra. Spirit, what do you have for Libra from May 27th through June 2nd? What would you like them to know, pay attention to, or be aware of? You have the Fool in reverse as your card. So what does that tell me, Libra? That tells me that you are afraid to take risks right now. Fear. Reviewing situations before you act. Four of Cups in reverse. Ace of Cups in reverse. Ace of Swords in reverse. The Moon card and the Five of Cups. This is quite the intense spread for a week. Judgment in the Tower. So Judgment in the Tower. Ooh, this is strong. Okay, so Libra. Something needs to come to your attention. This is a wake-up call. Okay, I feel like you had time to adjust, to make the changes. You did enough to where you feel like you did enough, but the Tower is coming to shake things up. The Tower is coming to bring upheaval, because it's time for you to make the ultimate decision. It's time for you to do it. If there's something that you've been lingering on, this is the week that it is going to be done. Okay, so with you being the Fool card in reverse, this is about reviewing the situation. It looks like in the past you have made unnecessary choices in your life, taking chances that were not good, and this has caused confusion or drama or unsettling within a situation. Okay, because of these decisions. Now it's time for you to see. It's time for you to be aware. Okay, the Moon card does bring fear, and there is fear linked to this. Okay, instinctively you do what you used to do. You do what you're comfortable with, because you don't know, you know, like what's coming in the future. Okay, but it's definitely time for you to see. It's definitely time for you to pay attention and to get motivated. Okay, with the Ace of Cups here being in reverse, this is about being unfulfilled. Okay, and because I feel like you unfulfilled your destiny, there is going to be this feeling of the Five of Cups, which is about distress this week. I don't feel like this is a very good week for you, unfortunately. Usually I'm not that person, but it's all over the cards, especially with the Ace of Cups in reverse. It just means that if you're in a relationship, it's not going to feel fulfilling. Things that once made you happy are not going to feel fulfilling. And there's going to be distress behind these things, okay? Because you weren't paying attention. So this is almost like a domino effect from not paying attention to something in the past. This is when it comes in to collect, if you will, okay? Now you're going to have to face the fear that you were trying to push to the side, and now it's coming towards you, okay? There is going to be some uncertainty and a little bit of sadness this week, but you have a chance to make choices, because even though things are knocking down, even though things are falling down and it feels out of your control, you still have a choice to make things better. You still have the choice to move forward, okay? You've taken this rest for too long, not doing what it is that you were supposed to do, because you're focused more on not having that change, being unable to move forward, or being unable to accept what is coming up. So that is why this week is going to be pretty intense for you, okay? So it's more about you having the intellect within yourself this week and closing out things that do not help you anymore. You have denial. I think Gemini had this as well. I acknowledge my fear and I replace it with insight of awareness. Okay, so this is about the denial that you have been holding on to or obeying, if you will. And now it's time for you to face it, especially with the Moon card. You're facing your fears and you're opening up to what is. These things have not been making you happy as much as they make you feel comfortable, but it's more like being set in your ways, and now you're being faced with it and you have to make the changes. You have to make the call. You have to let this go and move forward. The Tower comes to make things better, to make changes so things can be better and things can be more ideal for you, okay? Okay, next we have Aquarius. Spirit, what do you have for Aquarius for May 27th through June 2nd? What would you like them to know, pay attention to, or be aware of at this time? King of Coins, Knight of Swords, Two of Swords in reverse, Six of Spears, Five of Spears, Wheel of Fortune in reverse, Ace of Cups in reverse, Ten of Spears. Okay. Okay, Aquarius. Love. Love may not be very good for you this week, or you feel like you're missing out, or you're losing an opportunity to have real love or real affection or something that you really care about. With the Ten of Wands, it talks about having too much responsibility. I want to tell you to prioritize, even though I don't see the Two of Pentacles here. But it just means you're doing way too much, okay? You're doing too much. Also, you may not be doing enough. This is how I feel. I feel like you're doing too much around what you should be doing the most in. For example, if you're in a relationship and you're not paying your partner enough attention, but you're focusing more on work, you're focusing more on going out with friends, you're focusing more on fixing your car, things like that, that's why this emotion is going down the drain, because there's not enough attention being focused on the part that's actually important. Okay, so you are the King of Coins here. You may be dealing with a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn with this card, obviously. But this could also be you just focusing more on work, becoming more in control. You are in control of your finances. You're in control of your security and what you want. And you feel very successful. You feel very victorious. You feel very good about yourself in that aspect when it comes to work, career, life planning, home, things like that. Now, I do see a Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. That could also just be you. But this is more of you communicating. Either communicating with this Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn and coming in with more passion. Or this is you focusing more on getting more money and more work. Okay? Which I love that the Two of Swords in reverse is next to that, because it just means that you have made a decision to communicate more, or you've made a decision to go towards a certain goal, whether this be work or this particular person. And this person is very secure, and you may also want this person's attention as well. But there is a little issue, and there's arguments. There could be communication with a lot of ups and downs, a lot of conflict. I feel like you're trying to work things out. With the Wheel of Fortune here in reverse, it just tells me that things are a little wonky. It doesn't feel really good. And it's like you see that it's bad. You understand that it's bad. You understand that there's conflict. But you're willing to talk about it. You're willing to discuss it. You're willing to start picking things up. There could have been bad decisions in the past that you've made about this person, not making wise choices when you had something here that was stable, or that could be more stable for you. There could be an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius that is involved here. This person is not communicating with you. This person is not talking to you. This person doesn't have any connection to you. But it was almost like you made a decision to go towards this person, even though you had someone else that was actually truly there. Not making wise decisions. That's one aspect. The Knight of Spears may not be a person. It could also be an energy. That's very scattered energy. Being frustrated because things are not going well. And knowing that you need to make better decisions. So that's what you're going to try to do. Spirit's telling me to pull another card. That's what you're going to do. You're going to walk away from conflict. You're done with it. Okay? And that's what the communication is about. It's about making better decisions. Even though this week it may feel like a lot of responsibility, it may feel like a lot of things that you have to do, but you have to do it. With the Ace of Cups in reverse, you are being emotionally unfulfilled. Okay, so it's up to you to put that work in, Aquarius. All right, so let's see what we have for Aquarius as an oracle card this week. Courage. I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. You may be fearful that things are going to fall through. You may be fearful that you don't have the strength to do it. Okay? Overworked. But you know that you have to do it. There's something you need to walk away from. Conflict, drama, issues that you just didn't want to face. But it's time to. It's time to make better decisions. Okay? So thank you so much for listening. I will see you next week. If you want a private reading, that link's in the description box below. I love you very much. Love and light. Bye-bye.